Record. All right. Hello, everyone. We are the consulting group for the Accor Hotels, and we'll be presenting to our board of directors our recommendations to improve business and to compete with competitors. My name's Elise.
My name's Azine.
Chifa.
And Santo Miguel.
Brian.
So we are in the hotel industry, and right now with the global hotel industry it's still continuing to grow since 2008, 2009 global financial crisis, which was the Great Depression at that time. And if you look at the chart to your left, you will see from 2008 to 2016, we are expected to reach revenues of $550 billion by 2016 because of its strong growth in demand due to the number of people traveling around the world. Next slide, please. So the CEO, which is Sebastian Bazin, before that, I want to talk about the company overview. In 1983, Accor Group was created, and a total of 440 hotels and 35,000 employees in 45 countries at that time. And now we have 95 countries with 240,000 employees and 4,100 hotels owned, operated, and franchised. And additionally, 20 internationally re-owned brands, a range from luxury hotels to economy loungings. So the CEO, which is Sebastian Bazin, the chairman and CEO of Accor, he wanted to set out a new, complete transform the group with the goal of giving Accor as far as the means and capabilities to embrace the disruptive changes taking place in the industry. So what he wanted to do was to reinvent the hospitality profession and become the world's industry benchmark so that it will give like unique experience to guests, employees, and partners. And to do that, he created a business model around its two core missions to maximize operational performance and sustainable growth, which are hotel service and hotel invest. Next slide, please. So starting with hotel service, it is a hotel operator and a brand franchisor. And with this new organization, we want to emphasize these two core competencies, which is our apps, like such as our asset management and services to owners. By doing that, we're trying to separate their functions, their missions, and their targets in order to build like a better performing business model. And for hotel service, we manage operated 4,100 hotels. For Hotel Invest, it is a hotel owner and disposals and acquisitions. So by that, we're talking about creating perhaps a winning path in distribution and rebus development. In addition, it would also comprise the management and franchise, such in sales, marketing, and IT departments. And to do that, we're also maximizing fee generation based off that hotel invest. And to do this, both of these will create for us a greater financial resources and to speed up growth. Next slide, please. So in the global hotel industry, for our company, we have three segments, which are luxury and upscale segment, mid-scale segment, and an economy segment. For luxury and upscale segment, we want to add value. And for mid-scale segment, we want to expand and innovate like a range and brand differentiation. And for economy segment, we want to take Avis brand family success to secure leadership and scale.
So I'm Uyin, and I would like to talk about our financial condition over the past year, 2016. So as we can see from our income statement, our revenue increased 0.9% at 5,631 million euros. And our EBIT also increased by 4.6%. And our net profit also has the growth of 8.1%, and it's reached 266 million euros. And from our balance sheet, we found out that we have the quick ratio of our current assets over our current liability of 2.084, which is such a solid current quick ratio, and it shows that we have enough liquidity to easily handle the short-term debt obligation. Moreover, we also have the debt over equity ratio of 1.85, and it falls into a safe range of debt to equity ratio. So it means that we have taken good advantage of the debt financing to finance our expansion project, which is such an essential strategy for our growth. Next, please.
Our precedent analysis showed that the three most important factors were our economic, technology, and political factors. The economic conditions in Europe have an impact on AccorHotels, such as high unemployment levels or an economic crisis can all lead to a decrease in hotel demand. High exchange rates could also affect tourism and discourages people from traveling. In our technology segment, technology has a major influence on both customers and the company because it allows the company to enhance customer satisfaction and to keep up with the ever-evolving world. Technology also allows for innovation in order for the company to create a more personalized experience for their customers. Airbnb is also an online rental service that is considered a big threat to the company. Accor utilizes technology for websites and hotel bookings and guest databases. Political, AccorHotels' largest hospitality group is in Europe, so any political instability or legislative condition could affect their market share. Next slide, please. The three main factors of our five forces were the threat of new entrants, competitive rivalry, and bargaining power of buyers. The threat of new entrants is considered low because it is a capital-intensive industry, but disruptors such as Airbnb take a percentage of our market share, which could lead to a decrease in profitability. The competitive rivalry in this industry is high and intense, and the biggest competitors are the Intercontinental Group Hotel, Hilton, and Marriott. The switching cost is low because there are numerous of different competitors to choose from. The bargaining power of buyers is medium because customers are price sensitive. However, the more differentiated the hotel is, the more likely it won't be easier to switch.
So after understanding that not only are we continuing to compete with our rivals in our industry, like Hilton, Marriott, and IGH, we now have to be vigilant and contend with new entrants like Airbnb, which is now disrupting our hospitality segment. With that being said, our biggest issue that needs to be addressed is how are we going to continue to improve our customers' expectations that make our group unique against competitors? What added value could we offer our customers so that they will choose our accommodations over competitors? By solving these issues, we will be able to continue to retain our competitive advantage over our competitors. Next slide. Fortunately, we are not starting from scratch because we are a multinational hotel group with multiple strengths. First, because we follow a differentiation strategy, we offer to our customers an extensive profile of accommodations in market segments ranging from luxury to economy, thereby creating appeals to all types of travelers. In addition, this strategy helps to protect us against potential disruptors like Airbnb within a single segment. The second strength that we hold is our ability to implement both horizontal and vertical integration in order to expand our business and presence. For instance, under our horizontal integration strategy, we acquired Fast Booking and Whiplow that speeds up our digital transformation, which appeals to tech-savvy customers. These acquisitions make it easier for customers to book and set itineraries for their travels, as well as to help enrich our mobile app. Also, the 90 or 80% acquisition of John Paul Concierge Service furthered our strategy of being customer-centric and helps us to provide grade A service that our customers expect from our hotel services. Moving on to the vertical integration strategy, we have focused on improving our luxury segment by not only acquiring FRHI hotels, but also Oasis Collections, One Fine Stay, and Square Break, which are private rental and high-end stays. Not only does One Fine Stay and Square Break help us to compete with Airbnb and private rentals, but they also help implement a grade A hotel service that our customers want as well. Lastly, under our vertical integration strategy, by acquiring Mama Shelter, we appeal to the customer segmentation of travelers that want a non-touristic accommodation and experience. The next strategy that we have is our strong financial standing. As stated before, we have acquired a grand revenue stream from our Hotel Invest business, and we have continued to increase our profits by seeing that by compared to 2015's fiscal year, we grew about 8.5% in those profits. Also, by continuing to strengthen our connections with our partners and alliances, we have reached new locations and customers. For example, by creating an alliance with China's Huzana Group, we have accelerated our brand in Asia, which is rising in tourism to date. Our last strategy is our ability, or last strength is our ability of having a large geographical coverage. By operating in 95 countries with over 4,000 hotels, our product and service range appeals to all segments of customers, as well as offers localized experience with hotel expectations. However, there is still room for growth and improvement within our company. First, even though we operate in such a large portion of the globe, we are overly dependent on the European market. We estimate that 52% of our hotels are in France and the rest of Europe, although it is a good thing that we are expanding into the Asian Pacific portions of the world by 27%, but there's still growth to do in other regions because we only have about 2.3% of hotel standings in those regions. The next weakness that we hold is because we operate in multiple market segments, we risk losing our brand identity as a luxury brand. It is possible that our other brands could overshadow Accor's ability to grow within the segment and reach our customer expectations. This being so, there are multiple opportunities to improve our business in order to reach the customer expectations and improve our experience and improve their experiences, so that we would be able to continue to provide and give them outstanding accommodations for their travels.
There are some opportunities for Accor Hotels, which are diversification into tourism and airlines by buying their stocks and adopting partnerships in these sectors. There is also a huge scope for hoteliering business in emerging economies where tourism has been booming. According to the World Tourism Organization's annual report in 2016, the strongest growth of international tourist arrivals was recorded in the Africa and Asia Pacific regions. As you can see in the chart, the Asia Pacific region had 303 million of tourist arrivals, which was an 8% increase from 2015 and was the highest among other regions. In addition, Accor Hotels can target millennials by using a digital platform and creating tailored localized experiences to capture new customers that would lead to an increase in revenues. By taking all of the above into consideration, Accor Hotels has the opportunity to achieve a sustainable and inclusive growth. Next slide, please. However, there are some threats that Accor Hotel should be aware of. There are new players coming into the hospitality sector. Accor hotels already has huge competitors like Hilton and Marriott, but there are new sharing economy players like Airbnb that provides cheaper lodging option and localized experience. The highly competitive market poses a constant threat and increases demand for innovation in offering. Another threat is the global economic condition can hinder sales in the luxury and upscale segments of Accor hotels. Lastly, the issues in Europe, such as Brexit, terrorism, and unemployment rates, can affect Accor more than other competitors, which are more balanced globally, since Accor has the strongest presence in Europe.
Now I would like to talk about our recommendations for the future growth of Accor Hotel. So based on the fast changing business world with the whole development of technology, we would recommend that Accor Hotel should focus on their technology development more. So basically we already launched a program called Leading Digital Hospitality in October 2014 with the initial investment of 225 million euros, and this investment will be allocated into the development of three main categories. So first of all, we value our customers and we want to focus strongly on our customers. So we expect our system to become more and more customer centric. So we applied a customer experience model, which was consisted of 7 steps of traveling experience. First, dream selection, booking, planning, traveling and staying, sharing the experience, and loyalty. So we also built and introduced our mobile app, which help the whole process of booking and sharing and reviewing the experience and the states of our customers more convenient. And second, we want to focus on our clients and our hotel brands. So in this case, we introduce our project called Voice of Guest, and this allow all of our hotel brands to access into our database of customers' information in order to personalize and offer tailor-made services. And the third category we want to be focusing on more is our employee, because we want to build a strong and ethical working environment between our employee to make them more collaborative, self-dependent, and more flexible in order to increase our efficiency and fasten our decision-making process. Next, please. We also understand that with the growth rate of our competitors, such as Airbnb, we need to increase our network. So we would recommend that Accor should develop the scale-up network in fast-growing markets such as Russia, India, Saudi Arabia, Colombia, and Asian Pacific, and Africa. So as we can see in the diagrams here, so in our network, we have over 500 hotels, and 50% of this one is in Middle East and Asia Pacific. So we would like to focus and concentrate to build more hotels in our network in this areas. And also in our pipeline, we have nearly 200 hotels, with 80% of these is in Middle East and Asia Pacific. So we would like to continue to grow. Next, please. Also, we understand that it's important to explore new markets with the significant potential growth, such as like Cuba. We see that the hotel supply could increase by 2 times by 2030. And in Iran, the number of tourists in 2020 will be increased by 4 times. And in Ethiopia, the hotel demand will also increase 2 times by 2020. So our recommendation could be focused on these areas. Next, please. We also understand that our customers' experience are the thing that we value the most, and we want to maximize their stay and all of their experience. That's why I would recommend we should adapt and localize our culture to cultures surrounding our properties and and location. By this, I mean we should invest in more on ground resources to support the hotel, such as more amenity and more services that build based on the cultures and the difference between regions to regions. Especially, we also created the loyalty plan called Le Club Accor for our customers to retain and focus on direct relationship with our customers. And from there, we can build a more healthy and solid relationship with our customers to make them feel more welcomed and more comfortable during their stays. Next, please. So how to finance the growth that I just mentioned. So for the research and development, I would like to recommend that by 2020, we can downsize the network of our French market by 45% because we are heavily dependent on this market. And we can reallocate the financial resources in this market into research and development of our customer services and our technology. And moreover, for Hotel Invest, we are doing a great job in financing our projects and acquisition through external debts. And as already mentioned before, we are doing great in our in terms of financial condition. And also we are offered a perfect condition to finance through debt by our market with the historically low interest rate. So and also we are deep liquidity into the debt market with the healthy quick ratio. So that's why I would like to recommend that we should continue to keep financing this way. And this is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.